Hi crafty friend, it's me, Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Today I'm going to make a really fun card using the Let's Bounce stamps from Pajama Crafter Stamps. I'm choosing to use two of the characters from the stamp set, and look at all the fun sentiments. I mean, this is a really cool stamp set, and it's giving me a chance to work on my colored pencils, drawing, and coloring skills. So let's get real close and personal. The first character is a man, so he's going to be in the front. And my gal who's dunking the ball into the hoop, she's going to be behind him. So I'm making a loose scene. It's not really going to be perfectly created with a stunning background. It's more of like an artful background. And to color my images, I'm using basic colored pencils. Basic. And I want to start doing this a little bit more on my channel, mainly because I don't think that enough people are out there saying that you do not need Copic markers or expensive items to make beautiful cards. And I wish that someone would have told me that when I started card making, because I felt very pressured to get some more expensive items. And luckily enough, I was gifted a lot of Copic markers from friends and family for birthday, Christmas, etc. So that is how I was able to build up my stash. I only have like half of the Copic markers out there. But with basic colored pencils, I feel that you can do a lot. Really, the stamps kind of are like what makes the image. You coloring them, as long as you just kind of pay attention to shading a little bit, you'll be great. I know you will. So with my guy here, I used the brown, which is a just basic brown from a color pencil pack, and a black colored pencil, and shaded in his skin and hair. Now his little jersey is going to be yellow and orange. And I'm going to take the orange and really go on the edges and along the wrinkles of the clothes for the shorts and the tank top. He's going to be kind of like coordinating, I suppose, here. And then I'm pressing pretty hard, by the way, and this is giving a really deep, dark orange look. Already that's looking super fun. And I'm going to bump up the vibrance with a basic yellow colored pencil. We're talking brown, black, yellow, orange. The pack that I have here is from Staedtler, which is a little bit of a nicer colored pencil brand. But you could do this with a 12 pack of Crayola color pencils. I'm just saying. Having a decent pencil sharpener goes a long way in getting into those fine little details like the feet and the lips. For the ball, well, for the shoes, I just added black and then colored lightly and got gray. For the ball, I added just a little bit of red. Didn't love how that looked, so I went in with orange. Now I'm using the embossing folder that was part of my collection that I came out with from Spellbinders about 2 years ago. Seems like it was just yesterday. It's kind of crazy. September will be 2 years. It's called Sports Talk Embossing Folder. If you want it, they do not sell it separately on the Spellbinders website anymore. You can buy the bundle, which is amazing. So I'm not going to steer you away from there, but it's also sold on scrapbook.com for $8.99. I mean, it's really fairly inexpensive. I will have that linked in the description, as well as the stamp set that I am coloring here today. Now, I just used pattern paper that had bricks in it from my stash and some white paper to make a little bit of like a ground. I was going for an outdoors kind of basketball vibe where it's kind of fun. People play basketball inside and outside, and these two are going to be playing outside, and they're just having the time of their lives. I love this guy's smile. He just looks so happy, and it just makes me happy looking at it. And I love the hair on the gal. I think she is just like gorgeous doing her little basketball thing in the back. So yes, she's going to be in the back. I do not want to spend any extra time coloring things that I am going to be covering up. So I'm just seeing how everything's going to line up. The net is going to go off of my panel, so I won't need to color that chunk that's hanging off. And her feet will be covered up with my lovely guy's head. So I will in fact just cut it off because then I don't have to think about it or color it at all. Using my Spellbinder shears just to lop it off. I love making stamps my own by using fun layouts or die cutting them or using partial parts of the stamp. It's just a fun way to stretch your supplies, and I always recommend stretching your supplies as much as you can to get the most bang for your buck. Now I'm going in with similar colors for the basketball that she has. Basically just a little bit of red and some orange. Nothing fancy. You can see the color pencils I have there. The only ones that I have two different colors of would be the orange. I have like a peach and an orange, a light blue, dark blue, light green, dark green. But everything else is pretty basic. Nothing fancy at all. And if you are somebody who's had kids living with you or grandkids living with you, you maybe even have color pencils in your house somewhere, pull them out. Their color pencils are not just for kids. Now, the way that the Scan and Cut out her little piece of hair there, I did not like, so I just chopped it off. It has nothing to do with the stamp, but just how my Scan and Cut ended up cutting it out. Now with skin can come in any color, as you know, and I usually like to use either the black and brown combo or the peach and brown combo. Just something to give like a light tone and a dark tone, just to give a little bit of shadow. You might have just saw my little color pencil sharpener off to the side there. I do use the Staedtler brand for colored pencils. I don't know if maybe scrapbook.com sells it. If they do, I'll link it below. But that color pencil sharpener is tried and true. As a kindergarten teacher, I'm telling you, that is the best color pencil sharpener out there. Electric pencil sharpeners really do not work well with colored pencils, so don't waste your money on that either. Just saying. But the blade is super sharp on the Staedtler ones. And then they are twist tops, so they don't explode unless you unscrew the top. I could go on, but we're not going to talk about pencil sharpeners for this whole video. Moving on. Her hair, I did just brown, and for the back part of the board, I did red. Words. Now, I was thinking about what I wanted her jersey to be like. I am from Minnesota, so for the women's team, we have the Lynx. And for the men's team, we have the Timberwolves. I have been to both Timberwolves and Lynx games years ago. I have not gone in a long time, just being real frank with you. I know that their colors are blues and such, but I really wanted yellow, orangey colors and green, trying to stretch my crafty brain and not always reach for the purples, pinks, and blues, because I always reach for those colors. So I've been trying to go outside my box and go for colors that I don't usually pick. Now the sentiments on this stamp set are so fun, and I wanted it to look like my characters were saying the things on the sentiments. So I stamped it out and then did some clear embossing powder over it so you can see it's a little bit shiny. Going for all the texture on this card with the shiny sentiments and the embossing folder on the background. Look, a speech bubble. Isn't that fun? To make the bubble itself, I just sketched like a lump around it. And if I didn't like the way it looked, I can always erase. Pencil is a wonderful tool. I'm just throwing that out there. And then just erase any of the lines like I am here if you have any that you missed. Really simple. And again, I'm going to talk about school supplies. That eraser is the high polymer one from Pentel. Yeah, it's a good one. They're going to last for years. They don't dry up either. Okay, you might notice the little water bottle and the whistle that I have at the bottom there. Oh, lovely. I covered it up. But they're also part of the stamp set. My glue bottle keeps getting clogged like it's second time job. Anyway, those little pieces have been die cut out with my Scan and Cut. I colored a little basketball on the water bottle just for funsies, and just colored it with some dark blue, light blue, orange, and black. Very simple. But I really like the way that this card is turning out. It's making me want to reach for the little guy. Now, the other guy that's in the stamp set, he's kind of smirking, he's kind of fun. He is going to go on his own card by himself, and I'm going to post him. Let's check my schedule real quick. Ooh, he's going to come up on the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel on Wednesday the 9th. So in just a few days, he'll be on the Pajama Crafter Stamps channel, and you'll see me color him up. Super fun. I really do like the characters on this set. They are really just like happy. And I think when you look at the characters, it's hard not to be happy when you look at them. Okay, my dude is in the front, so he's going to get some foam just for some fun dimension. And just using some foam that I had in my craft stash. Ooh, Minnesota accent, did you catch that? Some foam. And then we'll just stick them on. I sometimes will use liquid glue with some foam, but sometimes I just hope for the best and go with it. Let me know what you think of this card, and let me know if you did get the Game Day collection. I'm curious. I know it's been 2 years, but if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, crafty friend.